Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome back to another Hacker Plays video. Today, we are going to be talking about a tier list for December. So, as you guys are aware, new characters have come out. Specifically, we're talking about Baby Super Saiyan 2. We have had this game open for a couple of months, like a month now, pretty much. And we've been able to test some of the characters. And I think it's time we start moving things around based on, how strong they are. Because they are slightly different to what we originally saw. Now, I'm going to open the tier list. As you can see, I have whacked Baby Super Saiyan 2 right up there into the S tier. If you watched my video earlier, you'll know that he is absolutely fantastic as a tank. He is probably that one tank that you could swap out for Vegito. They are definitely interchangeable. If you have both, it's up to you which one you go for. Now, the question with this is, he is so much more harder to get, because he's only available in limited banners, whilst he is just available all the time. So you're going to 12-star him way before you 12-star him. At that point, it's probably worth keeping Vegito. But if you can 12-star Baby, you are going to have so much more fun with him, and I promise you that. So he is up there in that S tier. The core meta team doesn't really change. You still have Broly, Gogeta, and Android 16, which are just those staples. Whis is absolutely solid. But, guys, in this game, Whis is a little bit different in the sense that because he's not available in your standard camp recruits, it makes it really hard to try and max him out. So those of you who 12-starred him, absolutely well done. He is up there as your S tier. But guys, those of you who can't seem to 12-star him and can 12-star a Trunks might want to consider the Trunks option. He is up there as the best A rank for right now for me, and the reason is he's literally, if you guys have ever used him, you'll know what I mean. He does a ton of damage. He's a great support in the sense that he also provides pierce to your team, and he heals like no tomorrow. So I think Trunks is definitely overperforming at the moment, and as I sort of get to see that, he has naturally gone up the tier list a little. So Whis, Trunk, absolutely sort of interchangeable. Toppo, absolutely great as a DPS. Right now, because Whis is underperforming, Toppo is doing a lot more damage. So, Toppo, if you don't have Broly, you can be using Toppo, you can be using Zamasu. Zamasu is still just staying stagnant. We've not done anything with him. Same with Margin. Absolutely great tank. We've not moved them. If you've used Goku Ultra Instinct, I have to admit he does do a lot of damage. He is a pretty solid pickup. He's too expensive. He's going to be in the A rank. And even if you had 12-starred him, I don't think he moves anyone in that top tier. So he's just going to be sitting here at the moment. By the way, this isn't in any particular order. But the reason he's here in the A rank is because, one, he's very, very expensive. And two, even at 12-star maxed out, I don't think he's better than anyone up here. So he is going to be sitting at the A rank. He's probably about as good as Zamasu or as Toppo, which, isn't saying a lot. So, everyone else here is fine. We have moved Champa down a little, and the reason we moved Champa down, I just don't think his kit's quite enough. It looks great on paper, but doesn't quite perform, so we have dropped it down to the B tier, and other than that, I think we've kept the tier list roughly the same. So, this is the current tier list that I'm going to be putting out. Again, remember, guys, this is my opinion. If you guys want to comment down below what you guys think on the tier list, do let me know. But for those of you who don't know and want to build that, meta team, what are your, options? As I said, for DPS, you've got Toppo, you've got Zamasu. For really early games, so first week, you could be looking into something like a Goku. And that is always a very, very good option. Or Beerus as well, but remember, Beerus is a melee DPS, whilst the others are ranged. Now, Gogeta is one of those units that you just cannot swap out, unfortunately, because of how unique his kit is. His kit, if we show you here, is going to be providing, when surviving every 3 seconds, you're going to gain 60 rage. Now, there isn't other rage units, unfortunately, in the game. So, by the way, that is actually 90 rage. That's a bug. For some reason, if you go into a battle, that is going to be giving you 90 rage every 3 seconds, not 60. So, I don't know why it still displays 60. But, unfortunately, there isn't really a character that can change. But, what you can do is you could use someone like Babidi and replace him, not kit for kit, but actually just do something different. Babidi provides a lot of CC, and yes, it doesn't give you rage to your team, so your team isn't releasing faster, but CCing your opponent down is actually a really, really good way of, I guess, gaining rage, because your enemy's not going to do anything in that time. He also works really, really well with that team in general. So Babidi is definitely one to consider if you have Gogeta, if you don't have Gogeta, but getting Gogeta is very, very, very easy. All you've got to do is come into shop. If you come into shop and then you come into the fighter shop, you're going to be able to pick up Gogeta very comfortably anyway. So that's why Gogeta is super, super up there. Android 16, everyone should have multiple copies of Android 16 at this point. And I've already touched on Whis being able to swap with Trunks and Vegito being able to trunk with Baby. I mean, if you don't have either of those, you do have other tank options like Margin Vegeta, who can be accessed, right at the start of the game. And Android 17 is always a very, very good shout, and you will get him, I think it's day 5. Boys, I hope you enjoyed this tier list, as I said. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.